Kalah menang kalah menang kalah menang. Keluar. Salah lagi.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Against Inter. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect chance for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then. It is that familiar feeling again. Old foes, fresh hostilities. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think it's hard to ignore this guy, Mike Manuel.
Great chance! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
So smooth. A signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass?
Bale! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Referee's given a throw. Van Dijk. Now Burn. And it's Vitinha. So Buffon down the left-hand side. It's been slid through. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Kukcu.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And he was quick to react. Hernandez. Now it's Bale. Well timed, excellent interception. Searching passes played there. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
No luck with that dink over the top. Now it's Bale.
Milan clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always...
And he shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Inter Milan with the corner. They're first. He gets big! No, not the best of headers. And he thumps it clear. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Vitinha. Aimed beyond the defence. There's the header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Van Dijk clears. And now they can spring out of defence. Subimendi.
Inter truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And there's green grass ahead of him. He can get that clear. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Looking for a runner. That's good vision. Now it's Mbappe, and he's managed to get free. Raul. Ruben Neves. And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating.
Substitution for Milan. Number 30, Mbappe. Coming on to replace him is number 90, Robert Lewandowski.
Here we go again.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
It's a threatening ball. It's Bale! It's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Ruben Neves is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning. Somewhat off target. That has been cut short. 60 minutes played. It's a searching pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Raul, done delicately. Good ball over the top. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Showing good feet. No, he's seen through all of that. Knocks it out wide. Vitinha, that's really well manoeuvred. Gehi gets it away. Hangs it across. Gehi getting this one clear.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just...
And a chance! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Oh, look, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
It's their second corner of the game. And that should get the job done. And try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Inter Milan has the chance to go the other way. He is through here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Marquinhos, always a very imposing presence at the back. Ruben Neves. That's a lovely, neat pass. That is a great pick out. Marquinhos. Vitinha. Now, he's got space here. Oh, well measured. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Their share of momentum.
Kau ini gampang.
Gampang gesan kan? Sare. Patah hati.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
United against Inter.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
Adams. Raul. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Azar. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Inter Milan finding their passes. Hernandez. It's gone out for a throw-in. Hernandez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Left shot, surely! Goal! Manchester United! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Lewandowski.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Raul. And here's Bale. He's having a go. Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Ruben Neves. Baresi gets across to intercept that. Inter Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Well, the defence proved infallible then, and that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rijkaard picks it up from the goal kick. Now it's Lewandowski. Raul. Kukçu. Knocks it into space. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, nicely intercepted. That's a cute ball. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. A good-looking ball. Bale is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And this is Azar. Kukçu. Hernandez. Now it's Raul. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Now it's Bale. Engages and forces him off the ball. There will Puskás, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mignon claims comfortably. And we reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Shoots! Neves. Now it's Raul. And this is Bale. And that has been cleared. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nice looking ball. Robertson getting this one clear. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Bale being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Oh, what has happened here? Cute ball now. How can he reach it? Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Inter really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Hernandez. Belling.
Kemana? Tuan.
Inter Milan are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 14. Robert Lewandowski.
Takut dia kali.
Number 4.
It's a poor throw that, kicked off with relative ease.
Coming on the field. Number 10.
Taken back almost at once.
Hakimi.
Holland takes a shot. Well, now it's a race. He's going for goal. Now, who's going to be first to this? And that is that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals.
Dan lagi. Terus mau itu dia apa? Woi, udahlah kalau kalah mah. Mau boleh dikit. Tahun 12 tahun begini. Ceng. Apa? Ban bekas itu. Bekas ya? Tahu bekas ya? Iya, ban bekas ya dari plastik apa sih? Plastik apa? Plastik ngaduk kresek kayaknya tuh bulit-bulit. Udah kalau kalah lah nyerah.
What a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. Well, here he is, Martin Caceres, an uncompromising, unrelenting defender, Jim.
Yeah, and that unbreakable spirit.
Chance! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Aimed beyond the defence, and he was alert to it. That's good play. And this is Hazard. It's made and a shot! Oh, taken with style! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched. Speed of... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Adams with the clearance. First quarter of an hour gone. Looking to play him in. Oh, well measured. He's going for goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's a pretty loose pass.
Inter are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Timber is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
This is Van Nistelrooy. Can he finish? It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Final sempat nama.
Is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
It's a sharp pass. Hazard. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Timber. He has found a way through. That's very neat. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Scholes. Spread it left. That's a shade optimistic. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Bale. And it's Kukçu. Oh, important interception. Reached half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Inter Milan are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And the game has already resumed here. This looks sharp. Ruben Neves. He's in a great position here. And here's Bale. Hazard threads one in. He's in a good position here. And the shots! They've got to be quick to recover this. And that was very necessary. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Timber. And it's Hazard. Inter Milan looking to pass their way. Decent chance! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! The two-goal cushion. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Substitution for Inter. Number 11, Bale. Number 4, Hazard. Coming on the field, number 5, Fernando Torres. Number 9, Ribery. Substitutions taking place.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Van Dijk. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Torres. Locks it into space. Well, there's the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Raul has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Caceres getting this one clear.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
No, it's come to nothing. Good read, needed to be. Vaya getting this one clear. Looking for options for movement. White kept his eye on it, and he's there. Has a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That's been cut out, well played. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on 4 minutes. Now it's Raul. That is a little undercooked. Ruben Neves. Ribery. And that's that. Well, Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.
Main jing. Kecil. Mantap. Pemain mah beli bom racing, belinya di Jagorawi.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium. Players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Italy.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway.
In Uli, one of Germany's greatest enigmas, one of the most decorated players, but it's a career play.
Shoots! Oh, that wasn't far away. And we have our very first corner. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Ruben Neves to Hazard. And there's the shot! Deco. And here's Bale. Good running, strong. Bale! Another save.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Corner number 2 then. And he's there to clear it. And he's quick to snatch him. And the shot! Goal, Italy! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And that's a fine finish! Sticks it away! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Inter Milan grab the equaliser and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Inter. It's the perfect...
He's had a shot! Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Inter Milan take the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Suarez could try cutting inside here. Looking for the run. Tries a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. Bullish header! It's hit the upright. Their attempt, just the wrong outcome. Italy get their 4th corner. Italy given another corner. They're up to 5 corners now. Adams with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Bale has found the net here, of course. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evidence of annoyance. And a shot! And it's in! And they're at it again in double quick time! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
You've got to love that. Concentration, conviction, contact, and sheer class.
So the lead now is... Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. That gets things going for the second half. Adams gets over and intercepts. Hernandez. Azar. Raul. And this is Bale. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Oh, that's excellent. Such a clean tackle.
Italy finding their passes. Hazard is onto it in a flash. Timber. Nicely shaped ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Takes a shot! And it's Bale. Quarter of an hour into the second half. That is a brilliant interception. Ernest. Luis Suarez. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Luis Suarez. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature. And the finish! They've done it! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Italy get themselves back into contention.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
Well read. The danger is averted. Ernest. Now it's Luis Suarez. And he's on his way! Bayer is there to clear.
Hindi, Raul.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Bale. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he plays one through. Bayer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Italy really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Can he get it through?
Kaya.
Bale, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Van Dijk gets it clear.
Italy really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Bahaya Deco.
And this is Deco. He's got Saul. He has done it. They have stolen level at the last. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Substitution for Inter. Number 4, Hazard.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Coming on the field.
And that's it. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish.
Kolong pun, kolong.
Iya. Mana? Kabur juga.
Belum kabur juga. Biasanya dia kalau main nih,
Dia takut
dua
besok
kali
dia
main nih, 3 kali main nih, sekali main kalah dia, 2 kali menang.
besok
Dua
takut
kali apa?
dicengin.
Sekali main kalah nih, sekali lagi main menang, itu udahan dulu.
Ini ngeracik dia.
Dulu bilangnya udah
Mau serius, masih login bacot aja. Ayo.
Terus
Diketawain sama Dito.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not be that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. As you can see, we've already started here.
Well, when you say Brazilians,
Decent chance! It's there!
well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Griezmann at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. That has not gone well. Looking for options for movement. That could spell trouble. Ruben Neves. Not the most accurate pass. Raul. Can he get on the end of this? And the shot! Now it's Griezmann. He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And he's managed to get free. That's a sharp pass. Hazard can so cleverly bypass the press. And he welcomes it in. It's Bale! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Inter certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Diketawain sama Dito. Tambah panas dia.
It's Paul. Bale. Looking for a runner. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows that.
Oh, shooting chance! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Borussia Dortmund are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Batistuta might just make this, but they've got it again. Threads one in. Raul. Look at the space. A real chance! No mistake! Back to within one. Interesting. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still...
Roll! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stops.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
And it's Griezmann. Griezmann, very much a man of this moment. Big chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Borussia Dortmund with the corner, their first.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cafu. Cannavaro. He won't be happy with that one. But this is Bale.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That has ended up in no man's land. Scholes. Now it's Batistuta. Hernandez looking for the run. And we hit half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Here we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And it's Bale. Raul has created one goal already. That's the keeper's ball. Cafu. Scholes. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. And he was quick to react.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And here's Bale. He's on it, shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Terrific! Oh, it's hit the post! Roberto Carlos gets rid without sophistication. Played back in. And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Looking to play him in. And that pass just didn't quite work. He has slightly undercooked that one.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. That's just playing it safe and simple. Inter really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
That pass isn't the best. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look. And he shoots! And that could come back to haunt them.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most.
time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's come to nothing.
Borussia Dortmund can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Rijkaard. Now it's Ribery, and this is Bale. Oh, important interception.
Aduh,
Get that clear.
Ya
And
Allah.
that's it. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. Whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result.
Ya Allah. Turun lagi. Biasanya marinya sementara pagi. Oh iya pagi. Cing, pagi apa sore? Jangan lama-lama, tunggu nanti di hari
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo. Sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Inter against Barcelona.
Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. It's a good foot in there. Spread it left. Great vision. That has not gone well. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That's a cute ball. He has a look up. Oh, well played, well played. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Rijkaard. Ruben Neves getting this one clear. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe powering. There's the shot! Inter Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Nicely shaped ball. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Hernandez spots it and intercepts. No way through. And it's made its way to him. Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Bellingham! And he's intervened well there. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ambitious ball here. It's a pretty loose pass. Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Mbappe. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Bellingham. Not the most accurate pass. Kukcu. Ruben Neves. And it's Azar. He can run onto that. And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we're underway again.
Inter really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing. Inter really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bellingham. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Distributed tidily. He is just caressing the ball. Rijkaard. And here's Mbappe. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. It's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination. He's tried one! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Now it's Bale. Adams deals with that comfortably. Is always scanning the pitch for targets. Inter Milan looking to pass their way. Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's Bale! Frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Can he get on the end of this?
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Looking for options for movement. And there's the shot! Decent enough try.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Good-looking ball.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally...
Decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Great ball, and he's in here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Barcelona have it back and can go again. Looking to play him in. Bale in acres of space. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might be like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly is. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Kenapa tuh?
We have already started here.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he? And uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him.
Yeah, and his reading of the game means he was always a step ahead of the opposition. He's surprisingly quick too, you know. It will be a massive challenge to get the better of him.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Batistuta. Couldn't squeeze it through. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, good-looking ball. It's Bale! That is some save from Khan! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Inter Milan with the corner. They're first. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a cute ball. Khan claims comfortably. No goals as yet. And they can counter here. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's superb. Hernandez. Adams makes the interception. And it's Petri. And this is Cruyff. He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And the volley. That looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Cruyff. Hernandez. Looking for a runner, and he was quick to react. That has not gone well. Neither of these two want to come off second best. A header! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Looking to play him in. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now this could be a chance. Has a look and plays it forward. Joelinton. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lovely bit of skill. He's got away. Produces a cross. That has been knocked clear. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Quick reminder today.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Here we go again. So, the first half brought no goals. Oh, that's a key interception. No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things. Bale! We're a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Threads one in. Oh, good ball. That just takes a shot. Superb goal.
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
So we have our breakthrough.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Passes coming off in quick succession here. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Shapes to shoot!
Oh, that was no routine save. Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. It's a searching pass. That's an excellent intercept. And the finish! Adams gets good distance on it. And it's Timber. Kukcu is the team's great visionary. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, there's the shot! He's got it all! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And this is Bale. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bale, nicely shaped ball. And he's quick to get it clear again. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Bale, and it's Timber, and he's picked out the run. It's Bale! Loose ball now, there's a chase on to retrieve it. Adams is there to clear.
3 minutes at a time.
Van Dijk. Kukcu. He's about to pull out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong.
Iya itu apa?
Kemarin parah, mau dari posko. Artinya nih, saya nyata lagi posko, bocahnya di liga kan. Buat kayak di liga. Apa? Biar panas gitu, biar ini.
Balsam. Gatal.
Iya, balsam juga. Biar nggak gatal.
Batu liga mana begatal loh.
Enggak itu
Lengket.
pakai itu cing pakai air anget deh.
Kalau nggak begini loh, kan kerja mah enak lagi. Begini, ternyata ini kurang begini.
Iya, apa putih merah jadi kayak kurap. Padahal mah apa kayak apa? apa mungkin kalau tadi yang dibaca itu ya bisa DBD. Hah? Itu gejala itu pas gua di Google kan lu minta obat, nah obat apa orang belum ketahuan penyakitnya apa.
Ini urut tuh. Ini bener sakit. Ini sakit belum?
Dalam sama ya itu
Mandel.
tetap harus ketahuan.
Dalam. Mandel.
Apaan tuh?
Ada yang urut tuh nih. Apa? Ini urut apa?
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the coffee, the camaraderie. Well, the fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want. And it's Forlan. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! A wonderful effort all by himself.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Jangan pakai salep, lantet semua.
Hazard. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cannavaro kept aware and it is reclaimed easily. The pass is intercepted. It's Bale! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Bale deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Benar.
Let's Camavinga. Here's Rodri. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Whistle's gone. That's foul. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Now he's off and running. Now it's Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he's got the beating of his man. It's offside. Yes, it is. Dumfries knocks it into space. Oh, red, nice interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Raul. And that is as far as they're going to go. 15 minutes till half-time. Kirkju. Great defending, strong and determined. Kirkju unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And this is Raul.
Estoril are totally dominant in the middle of the park. A no-way through zone.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Kirkju is always scanning the pitch for targets.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now, and this is Bale. He is through here. It's run loose here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Interception. His positioning was spot on.
Jangan keblas.
And he welcomes it in. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Kasih bos. Ya. Iya, hati-hati ya.
Datang nggak bos? Enggak. Ada 2 lagi orang di sini.
Oke, siap. Bos.
There's the start of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. That's surely a foul. Free kick. Van Dijk. Oh, can he get onto this? Rodri. No, that is pretty much the end of that. And this is Bale. It's a searching pass. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Face to face with the keeper. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Bale under intense pressure.
Yeah, what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible. Roll! A ripper from Raul! One more for his glittering collection! That is a gem! An absolute gem! The breakthrough arrives at last!
After 64 minutes, it is number 8.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Inter Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Hakimi. Rodri. He's having a shot! The keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. That has been knocked clear. That's really nicely played.
Estoril really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. Inter surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Picked out brilliantly. Real chance! a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
And the shot! He scores! Back to within one! Interesting! Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Organ Kopju! We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Ngomong bunyi itu.
And here's Forlan. I think we're just about done here. Nicely aimed pass. Camavinga calmly anticipates into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's cut it out. And that is that. Inter Milan can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans.
Masih dia libur ya?
Oke.
Iya. Mantap kan masih ngotot.
Ganti lah. Nama dia nomor kulit.
Main nama dia. Penasaran dia sakitnya biasanya gua ngalahin. Dia nggak tahu kalau itu lucing.
Orang di mana? Kosan ya? Berapa?
Well, football is of course ultimately just a game. 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
Tadi nanya tongkol lupa katanya udah dimasukin belum itu hari.
And that gets things running.
Kalau coba ngeliatin.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on a team so that as soon as he gets on the ball, everyone starts making runs. He's a master passer and a beautiful manipulator of the ball.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Hazard. Now it's Bale. Foot in. And it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And this is Bale. Timber. Couldn't squeeze it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No question, this is the man you want to get onto. Bale! Oh, special! That is a special goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Inter Milan have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Inter Milan are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. He's in plenty of space here. Bale, and that is expertly dealt with. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Inter clearly
Applies the finish! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Kukchu kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That is a great pick out. Bayer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Mana sih capeknya kalau itu maksain dia.
Kukchu. It's come to nothing,
Maksain dia.
and he gets rid in a hurry. Xavi Alonso. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Adams.
Yeah.
That could spell trouble. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Timber. Kukchu. And it's Azar. Added time. Aimed beyond the defence. And the first half is done. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Inter Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 15. Again, coming on to replace him is
Ampun, orang Malaysia salah dia.
Azar.
Jebret. Daripada itu jebret sampai habis. Mulai ke gawang.
goes, and we start the second half. Inter Milan carrying a one-goal lead. Indonesia were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
And it's made its way to him. He's had it taken off him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Looking for options, for movement. That is good alertness. Akanji. Inter Milan are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Ekitike is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and
Face to face with big chance! No mistake! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Inter Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Kochu. Indonesia appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And he's had it nicked away. It's Hernandez. Oh, super ball. Caicedo distributed tidily. Akanji for Xavi Alonso. Indonesia finding their passes. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Here's a corner. Indonesia with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. This looks promising. Ruben Neves. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. Oh, played right into his path. It's Bale! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Pass somewhat off target. Brilliantly cut out. Indonesia looking to go forward now. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Raul. And he shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Terrific header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Nicely spread. And it's been played through. That's an errant pass. And the number on the board is 3. But they've got it again. Nice looking ball.
Inter are totally dominant in the middle.
And that will be it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic.
Puting tinggal apa?
Angus divisi 2 ayang keliligi itu menang-menang turun dari ka tilu
Orang tilu ya. Kemarin ke siji.
terus
Turunnya ke tilu. Turun tuh coba baruan mah. Turun nggak dua. Di dua hasilnya kayak hiji kere. Mun di dua hasilnya yang kayak hiji.
oh
Butuh perjuangan.
Perjuangan ya yang kedua GR rese. Sampai 70 kalah nangges.
70-an.
70 kalah.
Jadi kalau pertandingan
Lebih lah 70, menang 40, seri 40. Terus seberatus pertandingannya dah. 100 lebih. Emang
woi,
balik
ya.
mah.
Beda seungitna cek urang ya. Bang, arek jam berapa nggak balik? Kereta lagi jam 5 lin. Nah, wih, kereta lagi Jumat ya subuhan lah. Iya,
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, geography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Van Dijk can get it clear. Torres absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
No, that's been intercepted. Searching pass he's played there. It's out for a goal kick.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that. Lee Owen gets through on his own, and the keeper's done brilliantly to thwart him.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Thomas somewhat off target. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Ruben Neves. 30 minutes gone. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't take out that killer ball.
Now it's Bale. Bale showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Bale. And that's been won straight back. Hernandez. Looking to play him in. Bale gets into a good position. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost... And the whistle goes for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
With the honor of a blue
Look back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Hernandez, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ruben Neves. Now it's Raul. And there's green grass ahead of him. Great ball, and he's in here. And there's the shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it.
And he's had a hit! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Guardiola clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Inter Milan finding their passes. Now it's Torres. We've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And he's there to belt it away. And now they can clear their lines. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mosquera. That is a great pick out. Owen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through, and he welcomes it in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Kokchu, Hernandez in acres of space out wide. Ruben Neves. Hernandez picks it up out wide.
Substitution for Inter. Number 19.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually.
Owen. Coming on the field. Number 18.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
15.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And this is Batistuta. And here's Raul. Good decision by the keeper. Got that exactly right. Oh, this looks sharp. Defending of the desperate variety. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Picked out brilliantly. Passes short and sharp.
Added time.
And he's quick to get it clear again.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And that's it. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make it.
Ya ampun, Nyek. Turun terus. Main.
What a scene we have here. There's a real buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I think it's hard to ignore this guy, Mike Maignan, Peter. You don't normally pick a goalkeeper as a potential match winner, but I think his consistency has to allow him an exception, because I think he's just very solid in all aspects of his game, and he has a great relationship with this defence.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Now that's well seen too. And this is Raul. That is ended up in no man's land. Wilshere. And it's Wilshere. Played into space. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. He's played it back. Wilshere. That's gone loose. Quarter of an hour played. Searching pass he's played there.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Can he get it through? Oh, he's burst through! He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he's straight offside. No, that was never going to make it. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Inter Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
That's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
And he's intervened well there. Bale. Out of play for a throw. And he's managed to gift it back.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And it's Timber. Bale. And he... Real chance! Oh, good looking ball. Tries to pass it through. Goes for a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Inter Milan with the corner. They're first. Oh, good spread. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is De Bruyne. Now it's Bale. Good ball over the top.
There will be
Belletti.
added time.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying.
Just a quick announcement.
So we reached the halfway point.
Inter ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Inter have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Now it's Haaland. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Neatly clipped into space. Bayer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Bale looks to get on the end of this. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. And here's Haaland. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Mbappe! Oh, taken with style. The breakthrough strike. You don't keep those out. He just knew.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with...
And one more try! Got to be quick to recover this. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And this is Bale. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
David Villa did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Timber. And here's Bale. Great ball, and he's in here. It's roll! Oh, it's come off the upright. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
And that will be the final act.